Everyday Tech is here with a video here today that I think is a very interesting video that I wanted to bring to you. And it's to discuss the upcoming Apple event that I think everyone is a buzz on the internet. Now, I know I haven't put up a lot of content, but I thought, you know what, this is a great video to drop on my channel as we get ready to converge into the new year of 2022. And hopefully I will start dropping some reviews and things like that. But I wanted to jump into the conversation because I think I figured out what's going to happen here, and I want to go on the record, so it's on my channel, of exactly what I believe Apple's going to do with their iPad lineup. So let's jump right in. All right, guys, so my opinion on the Apple iPad lineup is there has been quite a bit of noise in the lineup for a long time now. And Apple, if many of you recall, if you follow Apple, you know that Steve Jobs, when he took over Apple after its decline, he said they had bloated product lines. And Apple's kind of heading in that same direction now, in my opinion. They have crowded the product lines. They have, iPad minis, iPads, iPad Air, iPad Pros. None of it makes any sense. There's no synergy to the line, and I think Apple knows this, and I think Apple is going to clean it up this year. And I think they've left a few clues that I'm going to bring to your attention, and I think that is going to bring us to where Apple will be and what the product line will look like by the end of 2022. So let's get to the clues. First off, the first clue that I think we can say is that's come is this device right here, and I'm talking about the iPad Mini. Why do I say this is a clue? Because I think it's how they price the iPad Mini. The iPad Mini used to be priced at $399. That was where it was at before. They now did an upgrade to $499, which is the original price of the original iPad. And right now what sits above that is the iPad Air. Now right now the Air came in and would be the 5th generation of the iPad Air when it drops, or if it drops. The iPad Air line is an old line that came about, replaced the iPad for a while, went away, came back, and now kind of represents this in-between iPad that's kind of just a strange iPad that's sitting in there. So here's what I think is going to happen. I believe Apple has telegraphed the move here. By placing the iPad Mini at the $499 price point, they are going to get rid of the iPad Air. The iPad Mini is a smaller representation of what they are going to be presenting as the iPad. It's the 10th generation, or 10th anniversary of the iPad in the sense of generations. This is the year they make the big jump. So what I believe they're going to do is the iPad and the iPad Air will merge and become one, and you will just have the iPad. It's going to have, and to do this, it's going to generate a lot of excitement. Number one, there's going to be a price hike, but you're going to be getting a new body, USB-C, Apple Pencil 2 support, Magic Keyboard support. It's going to be, the hype machine's going to get rolling, and it's going to be talking about how incredible this is. They've rolled them, the two together, and now they have their iPad, the flagship iPad, sitting at $599, which makes perfect sense as far as price goes. Below that is the iPad Mini at $499. And then I believe what they are going to do is the current iPad, the iPad 9th generation. Everyone's saying, wow, what are they going to do with it? Are they really going to do 6 months later? I think they are. And I think what they're going to do with the iPad 9th generation, they're going to complete the SE product line. And why am I calling that a product line? Because last year, or I think it was last year, that Apple released the Apple Watch SE. We have an iPhone SE. This is the SE time of year, which stands for, in my opinion, I think it used to be Special Edition, but now it's Standard Edition. And now they are going to take the chin and the forehead iPad, which is known as the 9th generation iPad right now, which is a mishmash, a Frankensteinian type of iPad where they're pulling all sorts of gadgets and gizmos and pieces and parts. And they're putting in every year they've rolled it out. It's kind of awkward calling that the standard bearer iPad, because that shouldn't be what the standard bearer iPad is. I believe that becomes the iPad SE. and it will go on a less frequent update cycle. And it allows Apple to merge that with the iPhone SE, the Apple Watch SE, and now the iPad SE. And you're going to have a full product line, a true entry-level product line that's going to give a user the experience. This is the casual user. This person, they don't expect to buy a Mac or invest in a big Mac. And maybe you might see down the line a MacBook SE. I don't know. I think that's a possibility, but I think what they're going to focus on right now is that the SE user is not someone who's going to be investing in a $900 to $1,000 Mac. So this person's going to have the perfect product line. A $399 iPad SE, a $399 iPhone SE, and a $299 Apple Watch SE. Very perfectly putting the entire product line at about, you can get into the entire product line at about basically $1,000, $1,100. Throw on top of that the AirPods, right? Or just get a regular pair of AirPods or AirPods Generation 2, and you can get into, for about $1,200, someone could enter and have an entire ecosystem to themselves. It's going to work quite well. I do believe when the SE rolls out that they're going to be expanding that screen to 10.5. They're going to be laminating the screen and possibly even adding USB-C. Although I don't think they will, because I think that would cause... I think the SE is meant to represent the light user. So I don't think the user that's going to be using an iPhone SE is going to, or an iPad SE is going to be concerned with USB-C. So I think that's the light user. I think that's going to be the light user's system. That's going to go after the Chromebook user, the lower end Android customer, and you're going to be able to bring them in a nice package. And then Apple is going to have the synergy in their product line, because next you will move into the iPad lineup. And that's going to fit perfectly with the iPhone 14, with the AirPod Generation 3s, as well as the current and standard Apple Watch. And that's going to have the perfect synergy in the product line that we need. It's going to have all the things that you expect out of an iPad, USB-C. It's going to work with all of the top level accessories that exist right now for the iPad Air. And then on top of that, for the pro user, for the person that wants a pro level experience, who wants 120 hertz ProMotion displays, who wants mini LED displays, who wants to have, maybe the MagSafe that they're rumored that's coming down the line, they will get into the product line. I believe they will release an 11-inch, and possibly together, possibly on its own, but that when the 11-inch iPad comes out, it will be sitting at $899, a $300 price difference from what will be the standard or flagship iPad. And there will be an assessment. Is that $300 worth of ProMotion mini LEDs? And I think for a lot of people, they're going to say no. I'd rather get into it at $599. I can get my standard iPhone at $799. So for about $1,300, I'm into the ecosystem. Add in another $400. On top of that, that's $1,700 and $200 for AirPods. And it's the regular Apple user is in for $2,000 and has a complete ecosystem right there at their hands. And that person may add the new MacBook that's coming out. I believe they're going to also do away with the MacBook Air, and I believe they're going to be calling that the MacBook. I think that is going to be just a standard MacBook. I think there's going to be left a space there for the potential SE MacBook to come out, which will kind of take the place of the Air, but it will be a lesser version filled with older parts. Filled with maybe the M1 chip when it gets a little older, or maybe they'll go back. I doubt they're going to go back to Intel chips, because that's not what they're looking to do. I think what they're going to do is they'll wait a little while longer and then complete the SE lineup down the line once the M1 chip becomes older, and they will say, okay, now this has an M1 chip in it, because we all know the one thing that everyone talks about the M1 chip is it's so good. It's so ahead of its time, which is going to allow the build out of the SE product line, which is going to be the place where the regular casual user gets in. So I firmly believe this is what's going to happen. I believe this is going to be the product line. Let me throw up my You know, you can see the product line there. I wasn't able to move everything around, but you're going to see what it's going to look like. And you can see this product line looks clean. It's got a top-down, bottom-up approach. It's very clean. It's very easy to understand. And everyone will be able to take a look at a price point, and it's going to follow very, very nicely. The average consumer will want to go after an iPad most likely. The entry-level consumer, which would be great for a high school kid, great for even a college kid, great for a little kid even, that's somebody that you're trying to introduce, great for schools. They're going to have a whole ecosystem of SE products that they're going to be able to get in and get a full Apple experience while not having to pay the hefty price at the premium end. And I do not believe that there will be any cannibalization of the market, in my opinion, as far as the regular iPad, iPhone goes. I think there's going to still be a healthy market for that. And that's going to allow for people to really have a clear picture of exactly what they want, where they fall, and what they want to buy. So guys, that's what I think is going to be going on. Put your comments in the notes, or put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. I am going to be gearing up, hopefully, to be putting out more content as we surge through to 2022. I've got a whole bunch of tech I want to review, but I've got to just finish up production on those videos. They're going to be coming soon, but I really just felt inspired to put this video out because I really think that this is what's coming. And I hear a lot of people are talking about, well, it's going to be iPad. I mean, Apple has not clearly made it clear what they're going to be calling these devices. And I think it's pretty clear because it's now come up, according to what I've been watching and hearing, that there's a third device, a mystery device. And everyone's saying, well, could they really be updating the iPad 9th generation? And yes, they are, and I believe this is a reason why they would do that. And I think there was a stopgap measure because of the chip shortages and things that were going on in 2021. So I think that they wanted to push out something, and they upgraded the chip. And anybody who has the 9th generation is not going to feel bad, right? I mean, that's a great device. I have one myself, and I'm going to be reviewing it on this channel, and it's a great everyday device. But that's where we're going. All right, guys, I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this video, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications because a lot more content's going to be coming soon, and I'll be talking to you soon.